Alright, before I do anything, I'm stopping at Dunkin' Donuts. Alright, well, verdict on the grilled cheese from Dunkin' Donuts. Don't get it, it sucks. The question is simply, is the Honda CBR500R the best beginner bike? Well, let's get into that. So there's a lot of factors that go into determining that, but just to get right in and answer the question, in a summary, is yes, it's arguably the best beginner bike you can get. Some would say even smaller, the 250s or something, but no, I think they're actually more dangerous and more misleading, or more misleading of an experience of what it's like to even ride a motorcycle. Look at that Subaru. Ooh, yeah. And the reason I say that is partly it's power and weight issues on the 250. But again, I think the 500R is probably the best one you can get for many reasons, but we'll talk about them individually. But there's people like Yammy Noob or something, which I know a lot of you who watch these videos also watch him and might be familiar with that name. They gripe and moan about the 500R, and for reasons such as weight and power, but those are the same reasons that make it a great beginner bike. Why would you want to put a beginner just straight on something too big or too powerful? Like, you're setting them up for failure. It's like someone's first experience. It's like someone trying to learn how to drive a car and you put them in a Formula One, you know, like that's not a realistic experience, like not even remotely. Or maybe a better example would be, you know, someone's trying to learn how to drive, you put them in a tractor trailer. Like that's not, I mean, that's probably darn good practice, but it's not a realistic expectation of what most people's driving habits and patterns would be. But yeah, real quick, I mean, I don't know, this freaking, this video is probably a little delayed or lowly spaced. Oh, wow! Oh my gosh, there's craters in the ground. What, a bunch of freaking meteors hit last night? Gosh. So, oh, you know, it'd be kind of fun to ride around that mall a little bit. As I was saying, I mean, this video is probably a little more delayed than my usual ones are because I was bedridden for a few days, like just deathly ill, man. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. And during those days, whether it was sunny and 60 degrees out, I mean, like we're in January, I'm talking, and I'm like, wow, like what are the chances, you know? All those great, absolutely fantastic opportunities to have been out riding were just squandered because I couldn't even sit up without, you know, I won't give too much details, but yeah. So that was unfortunate. And then we got today, which is again is one of those warmer days, but completely just the sun is missing from the equation. It's just not the same without the sun. I'm the type of person where if the sun's out, I'm happy. If it's not, I'm actually, you know, not happy. But yeah, here's a failing mall if you ever wanted to see what pending bankruptcy looks like. That's it. You know, this is quite random, but every once in a while I like to do like little practice drills on my bike, you know, just to improve. And like one of those is like, you know, going as slow as you possibly can and turning around in like the smallest radiuses you can. So like, I stalled it. But for example, like trying to do a complete turnaround within like 2 parking spaces or something, it's like super difficult. But yeah, I don't know, I'm probably just gonna make everyone dizzy. But yeah, and you know, obviously like just not trying to put your foot down or nothing. I Anywho. So yeah, one of the many reasons that contribute to my thoughts on that is stuff like, as previously mentioned, others may say are cons, is the weight. I love the weight of the 500R. It's heavy, it's good, it keeps you planted, it helps with balance, it doesn't let you get tossed back and forth in the wind, in and like, you know, throwing you in between the lanes and stuff. Like, that's just so dangerous to me. And so I really love the heaviness, the weight. I mean, we could talk all day about looks, but you know, that doesn't really make it a better or worse beginner bike. And then yeah, we don't like stop signs. And then there's other factors like power. Again, a con by many, like yammy noob, but it's not a con, it's a benefit. Like, number one, the power is great. It's actually phenomenal. Like, you want to see terrible power, go sit on a 250. That's terrible. So you got things like weight that make it, that keep you planted, keep your tires on the ground, keep you from getting tossed in between lanes. You got things like power. Oh yeah, I was talking about power. Some people see the power of the 500 as a con. It's really not. It's actually just so perfectly balanced. Like, you want to see a bike that has an issue with power, that's the 250. That thing sucks. Like, the power is so perfectly balanced on the 500. You have absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion, wow, that's a big pothole. You have phenomenal acceleration. Like, could it be better? Absolutely. I mean, everything could be better. But like, I mean, it moves, and if you really want to mess with the clutch enough, you can get it to wheelie. Not for long, but you can do it nonetheless. It has enough power. And then, I mean, you can hit top speeds of 110, 115. Like, it's not a low amount, like, of speed. That's massive. That's incredible. Go 100 miles an hour on a motorcycle if you've never done it before. It's a whole different world. So, like, do you really want to give put a beginner bike above that limit, like make it do 130, 135? Like, I mean, you're already gonna kill yourself at 100, 115, but like, why is there got to, you don't need any more, you don't need it. Learn to ride within those constraints, and you improve, you get better, you learn how to turn, you feel the weight, you start to learn what it's like to really ride a bike on a 500. If you ride a 250 and you learn on that thing, then you actually upgrade and hop on a real bike. You're starting from the bottom again. I mean, you're learning all over. So, like, I don't know. I am just ranting. Just because I see that there's other people out there, like yammy booper, who say what I think are stupid things about a beginner's class motorcycle. So another factor in all this about why I think it's a great beginner bike is it's a great bike to buy used. They're usually in abundance. So are things like the Ninja 400 and KTM 390, which are also other good beginner bikes, but I have my quarrels with them. I do think that this is just simply the top dog in beginner bikes, and I haven't seen I haven't seen a bike look any better. I mean, I know a lot agree with me there. So, but there's just so many reasons. So many reasons. You know, I really haven't done enough. I really haven't done a lot of talking like I planned to have done for this topic. Could have covered this a lot better, but I just really wanted to get out for a ride because it's been almost 2 weeks for me, and these little windows of opportunity are rare. So I was like, I gotta get out there, and I did want to do this topic. I just wanted to talk about it. It's a great bike. There's other reasons that are popping in my head, but I've realized the longer I'm out here that I haven't really fully recovered yet, and it's just getting to me. So probably just gonna head it back home, just enjoy the little bit of riding I did get. Oh, real quick, shout out to I can't remember the name, but there was a guy in a comment on my last video who just got his CBR500, of course, and said I couldn't wait to ride it for the first time this weekend. So, you know, we got another CBR rider on the streets, and he thanked me for the videos. Apparently I've had a sway in his decision, so that was really exciting. He made the right decision, and I'm glad we could have had an impact. So shout out to him and his new bike. I will just put up his name and comment so you guys can see that. But yeah, so I forget what I was talking about. There's a cop. I was just about to rev bomb under the tunnel, like, you know, is customary and mandatory for all motorcycle riders to do. Alright, well, that was it. I hope you guys enjoyed at least a little bit. And I will see you in the next one.